Mama half smiled, thinking how Lucille's mind and her own were in sync again. Lucille had been hired as her housekeeper some 50 years back, when Marietta was a young bride in Charleston. They'd shared a lifetime of ups and downs, births, deaths, scandals, and joys. Now that they were old women, Lucille had become more confidant than an employee. Truth was, Lucille was her closest friend. "I was just wondering the same thing," Mamaw replied. "I expect she has by now and is just settling into her hotel. I hope she won't be away long." "She won't be. Carson knows how important this summer is to you, and she'll be back just as soon as she finds out what's done happened to that dolphin," Lucille said. She lowered her basket to her lap and looked Mamaw straight in the eyes. "Carson won't disappoint you. You have to have faith." "I do," Mamaw exclaimed defensively, "but I'm old enough to know how life likes to throw a wrench into even the most well-thought-out plans. I mean, really," Mamaw said, lifting her hands in frustration. "Who could have foreseen a dolphin tossing all my summer plans apple-cart upset?" Lucille chuckled, a deep and throaty sound. "Yes, she surely did. That Delphine." Lucille's smile slipped at the sound of the dolphin's name. "But it weren't her fault now, was it? I do hope that place in Florida can help the poor thing." "I do, too, for Delphine's sake and for Carson's." Mamaw paused. "And Nate's?" She was worried how hard Dora's son had taken the dolphin's accident. Only a young boy, he had put the blame on himself for luring the dolphin to their dock and getting it entangled in all that fishing line. In truth, they were all to blame. No one more than herself. "For all our sakes," she amended. "Amen," Lucille agreed soberly. She paused to sweep bits of scattered grass to the wind. "Don't you fret none, Miss Marietta. All will be well. I feel in my bones, and in no time you'll have all your summer girls here at Seabreeze again." "Hi, Mama! Lucille!" A voice called out from the driveway, cutting through the two women's conversation. "Here comes one now," Lucille murmured, returning to her basket. Marietta turned her head and smiled to see her youngest granddaughter, Harper, jogging toward them in one of those skimpy, skin-tight running outfits that looked to Marietta like a second skin. Her red hair was pulled back in a ponytail, and sweat poured down her pink face. "Harper," Marietta called out with a quick wave. "My goodness, child, you're running at this time of the day? Only tourists are fool enough to run here under a midsummer sun. You'll have a heat stroke. Why, your face is as red as a beet." Harper stopped at the bottom of the porch steps and bent over, hands on her hips, to catch her breath. "Oh, Mama, I'm fine," she said breathily, wiping the sweat from her brow with her forearm. "I do this every day." "Well, you look about ready to keel over." "It is hot out there today," Harper conceded with half a smile. "But my face always turns red. It's my fair skin. I've got a ton of sunscreen on." Lucille clucked her tongue. "Mind you drink some water here." "Why don't you jump in the pool and cool yourself down some? You look to be wearing a swimsuit," Mamaw trailed off, fanning her face as she spoke. It made her hot just to see Harper's pink face and the sweat drenching her clothing. "Good idea," Harper replied, and with a quick wave took off toward the front door. She turned her head and shouted, "Nice basket, Lucille," before disappearing into the house. Lucille chuckled and returned to her weaving. "Only the young can run like that."